Her babies were everything to her, so she was frantic when they got stuck. They were trapped in a large metal container, but she couldn't reach in, and they were too small to climb out. Then, just when she thought they were lost forever, help arrived. Conservationists see the impact that human expansion has on wildlife all the time, but it's more evident in some species than others. Take the black bear, for example. It's an animal that should be foraging in forests and mountains. In recent years, however, that hasn't always been the case. Studies suggest that black bears are in fact adapting to the urban environment. Bears have always been attracted to human communities because they can easily find food there. But they are becoming a more common sight in towns and cities as the years pass. One of the reasons that bears are becoming more urbanized is because of trash. Humans create an awful lot of garbage, and trash cans are ripe pickings for a hungry bear. As a result, finding food in the garbage can be much easier than hunting. And it isn't just the bears' feeding habits that are changing either. A 2003 study in the Journal of Zoology indicated that bears near urban areas are more active at night. U.S. Geological Survey bear researcher Mike Mitchell wasn't surprised by the conclusion. Bears are extremely efficient foragers and so intelligent, resourceful, and adaptable, he told National Geographic. They'll figure out a good food resource almost instantly, and then they'll make the best use of it as quickly as they can. Despite their intelligence, though, sometimes even clever bears can get in over their heads. For example, in July 2012, a New Mexican couple heard cries coming from a dumpster close to their Ruidoso home. And when they went to investigate, they spotted a frantic-looking adult black bear lingering nearby. The couple then realized that some of the cries were actually coming from inside the dumpster. Under the circumstances, there could only be one conclusion. The bear was a mommy, and she must have been exploring or foraging for food when her cubs became trapped. In fact, it wasn't even the first time that the bears had been seen in these particular dumpsters. One of the couple, Shirley Shank, subsequently told ABC News just how smart the animals are. They know how to open the latch to the dumpster, she explained. This mother is notorious in the neighborhood, she added. Shirley and her husband Tom committed themselves to helping the bear cubs, so they went to get their pickup truck, and they made sure to bring along a ladder in the bed of the vehicle. Also, if you have not done so already, please subscribe to our channel and click that notification bell to get inspired by these animal stories every day. Now, back to the story. When the truck approached, the bear retreated but remained close by her cubs. While Mommy watched from a distance, Shirley lowered the ladder carefully into the dumpster. Then the Shanks reversed away, and the baby bears proved how clever they are. Even as Mommy Bear returned to her vigil outside the dumpster, her cubs were already climbing out. Initially, only one little fuzzy head appeared above the lip of the container, but it was quickly followed by a second cub, and soon both of them were on the ladder. Then a third and final cub clambered out, and they all started to drop carefully down to ground level. Mommy waited patiently for her first baby to reach the floor before sauntering off. She was quickly followed by her other babies, and together they strolled out of sight. You'd think that getting close to such potentially dangerous wild animals would have scared the Shanks. Shirley wasn't fazed, however. I was not scared, she told ABC News. I had my husband driving, and I knew we'd drop the ladder and go. I would have never done that on foot. As previously mentioned, she had helped bears in the same predicament before. In fact, it's actually the third time that the Shanks have helped the animals climb out of dumpsters. And they're not the only ones who have experienced this situation. It also happened recently in Minnesota, for example. In October 2017, 2 bear cubs climbed into a dumpster there looking for food. A woman noticed that they were trapped and tried to lure them out. The sides of the container were too big for the cubs to scale, however, so they needed assistance escaping. The good fellow, who was also joined by a growing crowd, subsequently lowered a ladder into the dumpster for the cubs. One of them took its chance to escape and instantly used the ladder to climb out. The second one, though, seemed fearful of its audience. During the cub's first attempt to regain its freedom, in fact, it saw the crowd and dropped right back into the dumpster. But when it realized that the onlookers meant no harm, the baby bear quickly climbed out and joined its sibling. Such situations seem to be a common problem, and they may become more widespread. Rosemary Stussy, a biologist for the Oregon Department of Fish and Wildlife, has some advice for those encountering bears. They're rarely aggressive toward people, she told the Mail Tribune. They generally just ignore you. She advised that you shouldn't look them in the eyes, though, as they deem it to be confrontational. And don't freak out, Stussy continued. Back away from them slowly, and you should be fine. Shirley Shank agrees. She does exactly the same thing. Anytime I see them, I just go the other direction on purpose, she said, unless we're playing Rescue Ranger. If you liked the video, please give it a thumbs up and consider sharing it with your friends and family. Thanks again, and we'll see you in the next one.